Hi, Barb.
Hi, sweetie. I have all these notifications uh on top of stopping the recording. Let's see. It won't go away. Oh, there we go. Oh,
Welcome to Divine Origin Forum. Tonight's topic is physical activation. Please remain muted as we start with an opening prayer. We, we call the benevolent beings of light, archangels, and ascended masters to guide and inspire us during this forum. Our forum's vision is to bring the understanding, tools, discipline, and support for those seeking to enter the straight and narrow path, the road less traveled, that will lead us along effectively and steadily through the ascension process. Integration of the human experience with our divine origin is moving us full circle to achieve our divine potential. So be it. We thank you for answering the call from on high to attend the forum. Let us join our hearts and minds in preparation to receive the blessings offered. We ask you to please release your day from your mind and center yourself. Breathe in deeply and release. Breathe in deeply and release. Take one last deep breath in and release. Relax the tension in your body and your mind. Now bring your full attention to the forum. Be fully present in order to receive and fully retain the discourse gifts. We are now going to hear the quote, and this will not be recorded.
so the video was about breathing, the 4 steps to it. And I'll tell you, when you touch your heart, like we had done earlier, right? When we did our prayer, your whole attention goes right to where you're touching, where that your heart chakra is. And also that 0 point that I talk about all the time is when you're in that place, when you're absolutely at peace, you are quiet, everything is still inside you. That's when you connect with your higher self through the heart chakra. Thank you.
Thank you. And Barbara, you can please begin your discourse.
Thank you. Physical activation. And he gave us a beautiful scientific view of his discussion about this anti-aging. And I am going to address how you do it in your life right now, in this physical body. Everything depends on the life you live. My husband, for instance, he's wired to worry about everything. He's a worrier. Every day he finds something to worry about, and it's aging him terribly. And I tell him every day, worry gives you nothing. It doesn't fix anything. It doesn't change anything. It just makes you miserable. Instead of looking at life as if it has problems, you look at life as an opportunity for a solution. And this has been since 6th grade. I got this idea in my head that I don't have a problem in the world. I just am going to fix it. I'm going to have something come to me and I'm going to find a solution. That's it. So everything that happened in my life, I would do the same thing. And somebody would come to me and say, I don't know what to do with such and such in my life. I'm having a terrible, terrible time. And I said, you don't have a problem. I said, why don't we just find the solution and work at it until we realize that we have fixed the situation? And they'd get all excited, right? Here's this silly little girl saying something. I have no idea how we're going to do it, but I believed it. So, number one, you've got to believe that you have solutions to anything that comes your way. There's nothing to worry about. Worry, yeah, like it's really going to fix the problem. It doesn't. It complicates it because you're not at 0 point. You can't get the guidance that would be coming to you, the inspiration, the ideas. It doesn't come through because you're not in a state. So that's a part of it. Then the other part is it is so important. We actually saw the film, the video, the longer version of the short one that I played, just to remind you, we've seen that about the heart and mind cohesion. So this is the vital key to getting yourself in that 0 point. It has to do with breathing. It really does. Because if you are upset, you're not breathing normal. You're either holding your breath or you're hyperventilating. Okay? So you slow down your breath and you get into your center and you're just staying there. Years ago, I used to call it my safe place. I had this beautiful temple in the middle of like a garden, and that's where I would go to my safe place. I don't need safe places anymore. There's no place that I have to run to. I just go into my heart. I go into my center. I calm my breathing. I calm everything. But when something occurs, the very first step I take is I deal with the emotions that come up. That's the humanness in you. You are going to get upset when something triggers you. If you don't do it right away, all it does is play out in your head. Your ego is just repeating a cycle, and over and over and over, it's going to say the same thing to you. And you're not going to be able to calm yourself. You're not going to be centered. And so it won't work. So you make up your mind. You tell yourself, I'm going here. I'm going to do this. I don't have a problem. I'm going to come up with the solution. And I know the saying that we were taught, of myself, I can do nothing, but with God, I can do all things. Hello, the Lord within you, the Lord God is within you and will comfort you and bring you information that you need. It is actually your divine self, the Christ in you, right? The Christ in you. The divine part of you is now activated. How does it get activated? By you addressing it. You see? You have to take everything on yourself as the master of ceremony. You don't wait to be fixed. You don't wait for someone else to come along and make things nice. You don't talk about it for days and days and days and just keep going on and on and on. It doesn't work. You don't want to bring this into tomorrow. You want to take care of what you can today. So you have yourself all set up. You're in your heart. You're absolutely silent. And you're just breathing. What I say to myself after I've just got myself all situated is, I believe that I have the answer. I believe, I have faith that the answer will come to me. I am so sure I don't let any doubt come into my mind. This is mastery over this world. Because if you have any doubt and you don't have faith, it's not faith in all this other stuff that religion teaches you. You have to have faith that the divinity within you, that divine presence that you are, is going to respond to you. Your body responds to you. I talk to it all the time. I do. I tell my body, what is with you? We need to fix this right now, today, not tomorrow, today. And every day I repeat it and I thank it for all the service that it gives me. But the things that aren't working, I'm working on by telling it what I need done. Every day, I not only activate, but I also I awaken and activate my longevity genes, my stem cells, my immune system, and I tell it that this is it. I have awakened you, and now I've activated you. You will work for me all day. And I don't have to worry about it. I've already done those two things. And I know because I have faith and belief that this will be so for me, just like with issues in my life. So when you create a stress-free world around you by your belief, because everything you believe becomes reality in your circle, in your light, in your fields, because you're creating through your belief system. That's your laws that you've written for yourself. So what laws do you want to live under? Fear and anger and frustration, or peace and harmony and balance? Woo-hoo. It even feels good to say it, doesn't it? And so it starts out words, just words you're saying, but then it becomes the way. This is my way and your way to an inner peace that passes understanding. All the things that we were taught, let's use them the way that they were given to us. You don't get all holy roller. What you get is free. You actually gain freedom from fear, anger, frustration, and every other negative side that you can think of. If you want to overcome and live to be a ripe old age, if that's what you want, that's what you'll get. But you want to do it healthy. You don't want to be trying to stay alive for the sake of staying alive. You want to be active. You want to be doing what brings you pleasure. Service brings me pleasure. Some people don't understand that. They go, don't you ever take time off to just hang out and do nothing? Yeah, once in a while. But that's when I'm praying or working on my body or doing nothing, just breathing, practicing being a master over this world. Because I know the difference from when I was young, how I managed things, because I didn't manage them when I was really, really young. I felt the world had it over me, and I had to just keep struggling my way through it. But it's not true. There is no struggle when you believe that you can bring a remedy to everything. And like I said, you're not depending on this little pea called your brain, although it is an enormous technology going on inside you. It is the connection to your higher self through the heart chakra, this blessed and holy place. All the religious pictures of Jesus and Mary, what do you see? You see their heart. They're holding their robes open so you can see their heart, the sacred heart. Why? To bring your attention there. That's where the holiness is within you, the holy presence. I've spent a lifetime, like most of you, with a lot of pain and suffering because I didn't get it. I didn't understand. I tried to run away from everything that hurt me instead of facing it and saying, "You can't hurt me. I won't allow it." And you have to be very, very strong, because I'll tell you, you are powerhouses if you know this and use the light properly. There's nothing to be afraid of. You expand your light field and everything gets pushed away. That's darkness. It doesn't want to be touched by that light. It's like fries it. Yeah, that's your power, is your light. I walk around, you got to see me. I am grinning from ear to ear because I know that my light is extending out as far as it can reach and touching everybody, every soul that's around me. I'm not special. I'm just like you, except the one thing that I do is that I know what I'm saying to you right now is the truth. I believe it with every fiber of my being. I never used to trust myself. I never used to trust the things that came to me. And now I don't question it. Sometimes it's so out there that after I say it, I go, "Oh man, that was something." Yeah, because it's coming from the connection. People say to me, "Oh, you're so smart, Barbara." No, no, I'm so connected. And so are you. And you got to use that connection. Use it all the time. Ask the question inside you. What is it that I need to know? What is it that I need to see? And you will get the answer. Everything comes back to how you manage your life. If you manage it in fear, if you try to run away from things, procrastinate until the ends of the earth, everything will still be there waiting for you. Ugh, tomorrow and the next day and the next day. But if you act on it as it presents itself to you, that's when you become a master of your own world. Yeah. Does that mean things aren't going to come to you? That's not true. You'll be tested for the rest of your life, but you'll know you're being tested and you'll respond to it. You won't fall for it. Every once in a while something happens and I start to get that, why is this happening? And then I stop, I go, "Oh, opportunity." Opportunity. I'm tested, so I see how I react or respond to the situation. What do you do is my question for segment 2. What do you do when you are facing a situation that really ruffles your feathers? That's what I'd like to hear from you today, because you will know. It's not for us to know. You will know where you stand by how you respond to life or not, how you react to life. I used to be a reactor. Oh, knee-jerk reaction. The mouth started running in 3.5 seconds, defending myself from all the mean people. I don't have to defend myself. Here I am, genuine, and I know my intention behind my actions. Every once in a while, I'm called to do something that it's kind of out of sorts for me, but I know that I was called to do this. I understand life. And that's why we're here every week reminding ourselves that life is happening to us as it's written and in our divine hand. Our divine hand knew exactly what we needed to finish up with. And we agreed, the personality that you chose agreed to do what you can do. Sometimes we don't finish the job, but this lifetime I highly recommend you do. If you don't want to keep coming back for the rounds, do what you need to do. Don't put it off. It's just going to follow you, and you can't run away from yourself, but you can fix yourself and any situation. You want to live a long, prosperous, happy life, doing what you love to do, being of service if that's your gig, or playing pickleball, like somebody I know, or whatever makes you happy, then you take care of life, your life, not everybody else's life. We get so drawn into thinking we got to help the world when they were only showing you a part of yourself. Fix it within yourself. That's the saying. Take the log out of your eye before you try to take the speck out of another's. That's where that saying came from. Yeah. You're trying to help somebody be fixed so that you don't have to see it in your world subconsciously that they have issues or problems or something to take care of. But the truth is, it was for you to see in you. And then after you get it out of you, you look at that person a little differently. Yeah, that's how it works in this world, in 3D. We have a couple of minutes left, but I think we're going to go on. I'll finish up everything, but think about what I asked you as my question for you to come up with either a story or comments or somehow look at how everything is in your life and what you do with it, how you handle it. There's nothing to be ashamed of. There's just something to share so we can all learn from it. Okay? I told you my story. All right. I have no shame. So, Judy, we'll go into the song. I just want to first, those that watch this on YouTube, we invite you to come onto the forum. Our Divine Origin is the website, and .com, and the YouTube is Our Divine Origin with the purple box and a white dove, because there's others that have similar names. You can see hear the song, you can see the video, you can hear the quote if it's not recorded here. If you hit more, where the name and the date is, and then it opens up, and then you hit more again, and it'll be listed there with the links to make it easy for you. Okay, let's go on to the song. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Barbara. Lots to think about. Okay, so John, this is not recorded.
So this is exactly what I was talking about. You're going to start seeing a change in you when you start taking your power. And God is talking to you all the time, the God of your being, giving you courage, the answers. Everything is coming to you. It's that, and you're the receiver. But do you receive? Do you take it and run with it? That's the question. What do you do with it? Because when you start seeing you have courage where you never did before, or that you can do what you didn't do before, you know you're starting to hear that voice inside you, that tiny little voice that's leading you home. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And Barbara, can we please have your closing statement?
Okay. Tonight's topic, physical activation. It's all about your mind and your heart and your experience. Everything works together for your highest good, for you to heal, for you to learn, for you to practice, for you to go beyond your limitations. Life will bring you exactly what you need. I'm sitting there when I was younger screaming, well, I don't want it, but it's what I needed. I needed to go through it to see how I react or respond to my life. The things that was the hardest for me was to hold my tongue and not want to defend myself. I was always defending myself because it goes back to my childhood. And I was always blamed for everything that my sister did. And I knew it. And she knew it, but my parents never knew it because they didn't ask. So I was always defending myself, and I had to restructure that part of my personality and to believe that I don't have to do this anymore. I don't want to live in the past. I can't live in the past. The past isn't happening. What's happening is exactly what I need to go through, even if it does trigger the memories of the past. You see, each one of us have an entirely different journey. Each one of us have different patterns that we have to look at and decide whether they're serving you at this point or not. We all have different fears. We can say so flippantly, I'm not afraid of anything. Well, then your higher self said, watch this. And something will be done to shake your timbers. Believe me, don't make statements. And that, you know what saying goes with that is never swear about anything. Because when you swear that it's true or that it won't happen, you set yourself up for the next day of what's going to show you just how healed you are. Not to punish you, but to direct you to see what you need to work on. The beauty of this whole matrix, most people teach that it is so different, that it's your enemy, that there's demons all over the place causing you to do things. Well, that little demon is part of the shadow, or, Simon brought it up, the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other, and they're both talking to you and trying to see which one you listen to. But this is all part of your ego inside. It only knows what happened in the past when you weren't as awake and aware. And so it will always bring up those things, which makes you shake in your boots, because that little tiny spider that you scream bloody murder when you're 2 years old or 3 years old. At 2 years old, you probably eat it. But the things that scared you when you were a child, that's not what's doing it now. What's doing it now is the memories of being afraid. So the beauty of it all is that nothing's being missed. You don't have to do past life regression. You don't have to beg God to save you. You're here to save yourself. And you have everything you need to do so. Nothing's missing. You have the strength in your light, in the love that you've developed, which it makes you more powerful than anything in the world. But from the video, I want to go back to the fact that those people that he talked about living for so many long years, they lived there not because of the food that they ate. They didn't go into that, but yet it had a lot to do with it too for the physical end. But they had so much love, and they felt love. And that love, it builds strength in you. It's a secure place. It's a place where you feel a sense of security. That's where I want to be all the time. You don't need other people to love you. You need to love yourself that much and honor yourself and respect yourself and say, there I am, and I am genuinely me. And if somebody doesn't like me, I look at myself. I don't say, well, that's too bad. That's who I am, and that's too bad. I say, I'm going to look at myself and see, what was it that it's repeated pattern that I'm seeing? What can I do about what I'm witnessing happening when I do certain things or say certain things or act a certain way? And I improve on it. I improve on it because I see how people are responding to me or reacting. That is important because you will improve on yourself. You want to be the best version of yourself. Boy, John, your ring is shining like anything. It's beautiful. It's so gold. Anyway, the most important thing in our lives is to love ourselves unconditionally. Because if you keep putting conditions on yourself of why you can only love yourself if everybody around you is going to do it to you in one way or another, and you will start feeling it. It's going to make you feel terrible. So if things aren't going well in your life, take responsibility for it. Don't blame anybody for your suffering. Nobody. Because guess what? It's our world, and we have to fix it to be the way we want it, to be joyful, to be filled with love. That's our job, not anyone else's. So when I shut my door, which is the door to my heart, to protect myself, I can't feel anything. I can't feel anyone loving me. I can't feel the joy. I can't interact with people and really get from them the love that they're sending to me. This is what we need to realize. And that is what I call freedom. You want to live to be old and gray like me and more? Find the joy in your life, create it, and live it. It has nothing to do with manipulating anybody to make you happy, because no one else can. When a wife says, oh, I need you to do this, that, and the other thing, well, do it. If that makes her happy for the moment, do it. If you're a guy, if it's a woman and your husband says, you never spend time with me, I'm hearing that a lot. And when you are with me, you're not really talking and share. So do it. And I do. I do. My evenings are his, except Wednesday, for the most part. And so you allow yourself to be you, but be willing to adjust if you see that people are not responding to you well. And you'll know when you're there. You know how? Because the people that you draw to you are going to show you how beautiful you really are. There won't be adversaries coming into your life. There'll be people that really show you, wow, look at me. That's what I do. I look at people, I go, wow, look at me. Sometimes I go, holy Christmas, why did I see that? And I work on it. I don't push anything away, and I don't run away like I used to as a kid. There's nothing to run away from. You can't do it. It won't work for you. And it'll make you old and tired and worn out, and you'll just want to get the heck out of Dodge. Well, guess what? When you do, I was just working with someone that wanted to take his own life, and he was saying that to me, and I said, it isn't ending because you destroy the body. What ends is this body that you could have finished the work with. And so it'll come back with you. It'll all be drawn back to you energetically when you build the next body, because you will have that work to do. And the person looked at me like, blink, blink. I never thought of that. No, John, not what you're thinking. So, sorry. Anyway, so on this topic of the brain and the heart cohesion, and which led us to anti-aging, we can do all this through love. Love, unconditional, filled with compassion. And it's the unconditional part of it. Even Simon spoke about that today. It's the unconditional love that really works, because you can have compassion and still have hate in your system. But when it's unconditional love, it erases all that. And unconditional love means that you love no matter what you're getting back. You're doing it for the purpose of purely of loving. And when I started doing that, it changed my world. I didn't need anything back. I enjoyed getting back and I welcome it, but I didn't need it to continue to love others. I love them where they are, and then we can work from there. So on that note, I'll close my closing statement. I really enjoyed this topic. There's other material that we're going to work with. It's all about self-improvement, bringing ourselves to our highest, most incredible potential right here in this lifetime. Okay. So God bless all of you. Please stay on for the prayer. It's so important. It's important for you as in service to God, and it's also so important to the earth and all life upon her. Thank you very much for being here this week. Next week we'll have a forum, and then the 6th of May, I'll be sending out something to everyone that's invited, but there is a wonderful retreat that 17 of us are going to be joining our hearts together and having a wonderful, amazing time. All right. So thank you. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for being on. And I turn it over to Judy.
Thank you so much, Barbara. Beautiful night. Okay. So I will read the closing prayer. Please remain muted.
John, I think this is recorded.
It's still recording.
Mhm.
We are deeply grateful for this forum. We thank those in attendance for your attention, for your wonderful questions, comments, and stories that touched our hearts and opened our minds to new possibilities. Our collective energy has filled this forum with light and love for each other. We are so grateful that each of us brings guides and angelic beings to the forum, raising the frequency ever higher. We are grateful for the assistance, inspiration, and guidance from the benevolent beings overseeing the forum. Know we are all deeply loved and richly blessed. So be it. We invite all of you to remain for a 10-minute prayer before saying goodnight to each other. We will be closing the evening with a planetary prayer as our collective call for the light to bless every kingdom upon the earth, to create a new heaven and a new earth. The words are on the screen to help you recite this beautiful prayer.
Make sure everybody's muted.
So let's sit nice and tall in our seats, our feet on the ground. Straighten up your spine. Let that light be able to move nicely through your body. Feel your feet on the floor. Call up that light into your feet, up your legs, the trunk of your body, your arms, hands, up your neck and in your head as it loops back down into the earth, through your body, out the soles of your feet in a continuous flow. Let's begin setting everything into motion. I call for the divine Christ radiance to surround me, hermetically sealing around me. Nothing but love can penetrate this seal of divine light. I call for the divine light to enter my crown directly from source, moving through every atom, molecule, cell, and energy within my body and fields. The flow of divine light moves through my body into the earth, out through the soles of my feet, continuing in a steady flow and building in potency. I ask my higher self to connect my heart with the other prayer warriors all over the world, to create a unified effort as one mind, one heart, one intent. I call to the benevolent beings of light for their assistance. I ask my higher self to add power to the words of this planetary visualization. Now let us rest in the divine light, concentrating on our breath and on the light flowing. Let it clear your mind, breathing in the divine light and hold it. Now breathe out the divine light. Breathing in the divine light, hold it. Now breathe out the divine light. One last time, breathing in the divine light, hold it. Now breathe out all the divine light. Extending your arms, turn the palms of your hands to face each other, about a foot apart. Visualize the earth and her atmosphere between your hands. The light will begin to flow into your hands and into the earth and her atmosphere. You'll feel it flowing. Let us call in the divine light. I am calling the violet ray as violet fire to flow directly from source into the earth's atmosphere, penetrating into the earth's surface all the way through to the core in a steady flow. I am calling the divine Christ radiance to move through my body, out through my hands and heart. The divine light is pouring into the earth's atmosphere, penetrating the surface and continuing to the center of the planet in a steady flow, blessing the earth in divine light. Now let us direct the divine light with authority. I am directing the divine light into the planetary grid lines, the electronic grid and meridian lines surrounding the earth, the ley lines crisscrossing the earth, repairing and charging these lines as the divine light moves in a continuous flow. I am directing the divine light to penetrate the kingdoms represented on earth and all life within each kingdom, the elemental, plant and food chain, the animal kingdom, human kingdom, angelic kingdom, and all kingdoms known and unknown. I am directing the divine light to penetrate the dimensions of the earth, penetrating these dimensions and all life within each dimension. I am directing the divine light to penetrate the waters of the earth, on the surface, under the surface, in the atmosphere, and all life within these waters, purifying the water as God intended in the beginning. I am directing the divine light to penetrate all land masses, the continents and islands of land upon the earth's surface, and all life living upon the surface and under the surface. I am directing the divine light to penetrate the cities, towns, and communities upon the land, and all life living within inhabited locations on the earth. I am directing divine light to penetrate all of humanity on earth, every man, woman, and child incarnated on earth, lifting them in the light, awakening and ascending ever higher as divine source intended from the beginning. I am directing the divine light to penetrate all species of animals on the land, flying in the sky, all organisms and elementals on the surface and beneath the surface of the earth. I am visualizing the benevolent beings of light upon the earth, assisting all humanity, showing us the way, guiding us, assisting those awakened, and embracing those just awakening, leading humanity to a higher reality and to bring the concepts of a higher order of divine love for yourself and others. Now breathing deeply, taking in the entire picture of all that you have visualized, marveling as you help create a new heaven and a new earth, filled with divine light as divine source intended from the beginning. Let us express our gratitude. I am thanking the benevolent beings of light for their assistance and guidance. I thank my higher self for giving power to my words, manifesting my divine vision. I thank the divine light for its steady flow of purity to all creation. I thank Mother Earth for providing all of our needs from her abundance and beauty. I thank the angels in every color of the rainbow for their daily assistance and blessings. And I thank our divine source for all of creation. Concentrating on your hands as that light is pouring into the earth. And now place your hands upon your heart and feel the divine flow of light, giving thanks for being of service to our divine source. Now rest your arms, press your feet to the floor, become aware of your surroundings. And when you are feeling ready, open your eyes and return fully present. This visualization and directives of light is to co-create and manifest the transformation of our planet, giving back to her for all she offers to us. This is God's plan for this planet and all life upon her. So be it, and so it is. Amen and amen. You can have a copy of this visualization and a prayer to cleanse the earth. Visit our website, ourdivineorigin.com. Thank you.
There you have it. Judy.
John, you could stop recording, please.